I had no idea this was happening.
Okay,
Okay,
hi! I'm saving it.
brain wipe.
So we were just talking about Doctor Who, so later on when we do our Doctor Who episode, Terry was very shocked that the Doctor is an alien.
I had no. I thought he was just a dude that they recast a million times, like a soap opera or something. Like when the 10th Doctor shows up, they say the role of the Doctor will now be played by David Tennant.
And no, it's even better. They found a way to work that in, because the first one
That's
was like
crazy. Or just
dying.
not
I was
explained at
stupid.
all, like in James Bond, where he just shows up and he's a different person, sometimes younger.
So anyway, um, now we can start this episode.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Anyway, welcome to Nerd Alert Girls.
I'm Dana.
I'm Terry. I feel
And
like we're in, you can't see that on television right now. Popping out of the lockers.
too bad we don't have the. Good thing there's no slime and there's no word of the day. Although
They word of the day?
we should make a word of the day and have the people try to guess what the word of the day is.
We have to scream when it happens. I'm used to Pee Wee Herman.
This is our introduction video. I'm Dana. I'm from Long Island.
I'm Terry. I'm from Buffalo, kind of suburbs. We met on the internet, which is not as weird to say nowadays as it was back when we met.
Yeah,
Don't you
10
agree?
years ago, my parents would have thought I was crazy that I'm meeting people on the internet.
Seriously. And you know what? I didn't go to stay at your house until last year in like February, and my parents still had no idea who you. I mean, I'm old now, but I live with my parents still.
I still live with my parents. Yay, poor college and graduate students.
Exactly. It's yay college students. Yeah, so I went to stay at her house because we went to New York Comic Con together.
It was awesome.
And it was awesome.
We should do it again this year.
My mom's like, whose house are you going to stay at? And I'm like, a girl I've known for 10 years. Oh, how do you know her? From the internet. And now it's kind of normal. Like, she's had internet visitors at her house and everything. But 10 years ago, that was hard to explain to people. They thought I was, like, on creepy chat rooms and stuff. When in reality...
We were in creepy chat rooms.
I don't know, how creepy is Dawson's Creek roleplay?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how geeky is that? Comment below.
I would love to know. And you know what? I am. I'm just going to come right out and say it, that 10 years ago, when I was in Dawson's Creek roleplay chat rooms, all the girls were taken. Okay? All girl roles were taken. Yet they always wanted a Pacey and a Henry. Which you can tell what season it is if you're a Dawson's Creek fan right now. So I decided to start role-playing as a boy, which led to a long and tumultuous career as a boy on the internet. Back in the day, you didn't tell people who you were. It was before Facebook. Are we coming across as really, really old in this video?
Age, sex, location, question mark?
Yeah, like, you could just say
stuff up.
whatever you wanted. I think that was more normal, like, 10 years ago than now. Now everybody has this, like, fame thing that they want to do, and they want to make themselves famous.
Like
But,
us.
like, 10 years ago, it was like, could I say 10 years ago more often? But it was more like you could just make up whoever you wanted to be.
I came up with this whole story about how my parents were hippies to get away with the nickname, with the name of Star, because that was in my in my username.
For future, yeah, because then you didn't want to tell people your name either. Back then. You didn't even want to tell them your name, and now you're like showing them hundreds and hundreds of photos from last weekend. It's so different. Anyway, we've gotten off on a tangent, but my point is, that's how we met. Oh, and that is also why I am sure at some point I am going to slip into calling you Star, like on and off. And every time I hang out with people around you, they're like, "Why do you call her Star?" I just know it. Look at my fingers.
Except for Sabrina. Sabrina's the exception, who also calls me Star.
I just gestured with my fingers. I look like I murdered somebody.
Did you paint your boots again today?
I was dyeing my leather boots. It's been a disastrous project.
We had to do that once. It wasn't very fun. We tried to do it with Batman belts to get the Kim Possible belts, so we had to like spray paint it.
See, I thought I would go legit. It's like leather, so I would got leather dye, and I am having such a hard time with it. Normally, I would just like slap paint on there, and I'm regretting going legit. To our next topic, right? What's our next topic?
Which is, what do we like?
What are major and most active fandoms?
Well, I think our mutual most major fandom is Buffy.
Yes.
And anything Whedon. You're less
I'd say it's pretty much tied with Buffy and Star Wars at this point. But I do want to say that, like, when we first started hanging out on the internet, after the Dawson's Creek days were the big Buffy days.
Yeah, where we roleplayed.
I didn't watch it for the longest time, and you were a big fan, right?
Well, that's how I got you to meet Sabrina.
That's true. Yeah.
Also,
oh my God! I have met like every one of my friends through you on the internet. It's so funny.
And it's same here, because Terry got me into Star Wars, because she was having this contest who would watch it first. And I watched all 3 in a week, and then I signed up to do the Attack of the Clones line.
Yeah, like, you got me into Buffy, basically, and I got you into Star Wars. And I think that we are both eternally grateful.
And you didn't have to stay overnight.